Oh my, whoa, what do we think about this new place? Technically, I showed it to you kind of last week, but there were so many other things happening. Like playing heads up and not doing super. Hello WordNerds and happy Friday. It is May 29th, 2015, and on today's Inspiration Corner I'm going to talk to you about some of the things that are supposed to be inspiring that I'm trying to find inspiration from. The first and maybe most obvious source of inspiration that I should be drawing from this month, week, this time, now as I'm living my life, is a change of scenery. Obviously, I've moved to a different city in my own apartment. Does this mean I'm an adult? No, it doesn't. Back before I moved, I used to find inspiration if I would change where I was working. So if I usually worked on the couch and I went and sat at a desk like I'm doing now and how I always work now, that difference was helping because I would suddenly write more for no real reason. Brain just works weird, I guess. Since I've been in Annapolis, which is where I now live, I haven't really written anything new. I've written kind of 2 chapters of the serial novella series that I'm working on, and nothing's clicking yet, so I'm trying. Another thing that should be inspiring to me is, like, I have things that are happening, like this book, which is in paperback now, and it's so fat and pretty. Look at all those authors involved. Working with them was inspiring. This is out in the world, which is exciting. Also, the Ignite series is finishing up. I just finished Infinite, which is with my editor, and will be back in the next couple days, and then I'll be finished the Ignite series forever. That should be inspiring because I'm done a project, a complete series, and I can move on to something brand new that I've been wanting to write. In theory. Unfortunately, this one in practice is also giving me a hard time because I just can't focus on a new project and nothing that I start feels like, yeah, this is great. Which is weird because these were all the shiny ideas that I had while I was writing the Ignite series and kept saying, oh, I really want to write this now, just finish the Ignite series and then you can write this new shiny idea in this series and it'll be so cool. And now I have that time, you know, forgetting about school, I theoretically have the time, and I'm starting them and just going like, But I think what's been inspiring me the most and why I'm having so much trouble actually starting a new project is this movie slash musical that I've been watching really probably way too much and listening to way too much the last 5 years. If you haven't seen it, go see it. It's got Anna Kendrick and it's got Jeremy Jordan and it's just so great. Basically, let me tell you the plot real quick because I'm obsessed with this. It tells the story of a relationship 5 years, and Anna Kendrick's character tells the story from the end of the relationship to the beginning, and Jeremy Jordan's character tells it from the beginning to the end. So the beginning ends with like, he left her, and you're like, what happened? And then it's immediately like, happy, we're at the start. Anyway, the male character in the musical is an author and the female one is an actress, and he writes a book and she's going on auditions and everything about it. Like, I love the storytelling, I love the plot and the pacing, and I love the book that he wrote in the thing, even though I obviously haven't read it. But in theory, it sounds really cool, and the cover looked so cool. I keep finding myself thinking, I want to write something like that. It's that cool, and the resonance of it, it's really just... So I think in a way I'm kind of having a crisis of author identity because I write very dark fiction or very funny fiction or a little bit of both. Like, one of my upcoming series is a new adult paranormal comedy that I'm excited about, but I've started writing and keep like not getting far. I'll get through it, it'll be fine. But I find myself wanting to write something a little bit more literary, so I might be screwing around with some ideas in the next couple weeks and see what I write. Knowing how much I always screw up my publishing schedules, it's probably going to be something that's completely not on my list of things to be written and published in the next couple years. When inspiration strikes and you have a blank sheet in front of you and no books that you're like in the middle of writing, it's hard not to seize that opportunity, so just fingers crossed that something hits me in the face. An idea, not a person. Yeah. So I messed up last week and I told you that the live chat at 7:30 p.m. Sunday, Eastern Standard Time, was about Polaris Awakening. That was wrong. It wasn't last week, it's this week. So tune in this Sunday. We're going to be talking about this anthology. Oh my gosh. Look, it's got all of our names on it. Look at all those authors and the inside. What? Tune in and we'll talk about it. I don't know what we're going to talk about. Make sure you don't pre-order it. It's already out. Make sure to order the book right now on Kindle or Kobo or Barnes & Noble, and you can read and then talk to us about it Sunday. I love you, nerds, and I will see you Sunday.